to finally admit, look, we killed Hitler. We found all this shit right after. We even took Social Security, the idea for numbers on people, from him. All right, the Jews.
Why do you think they changed it? Now that you bring that up, why do you think they changed it? Why do you think they changed Social Security numbers? I can't decipher the fact that if my kid from another town is arrested, they won't use a Social Security number. They'll use a S number. Not to mention, oh God, please let me finish this. This is something I've been paying so much attention to. The real ID. The real ID. Do you know that you now need to have inoculation? You need to have a organ donor. You have to be an organ donor now. Do you know that?
I told them bitches no. I said no, and the motherfuckers put organ donor on my shit, bro. I was mad.
2024, it'll be required. 2024, you can't go into municipal buildings. You can't fly. You can't travel out of country. I forget what else. Yeah.
Imagine
by 2024, you have to have the real ID. And you have to have the star. I don't know if anyone has this. If anyone's here that has the real ID, do you realize there's the German star on it? It's gold. Call me wrong. There's a German fucking star on the real ID.
I bet.
No joke. It's funny.
No cap.
No joke. If you have a real ID, look at it. You have a star. It's the top right corner. It's a German star. And it also has a chip in it. That's just the next step for 2030 when you actually get the chip in you. Because people are stealing people's, I guess, their inoculation cards. I'm telling you this.
Remember when I told you that there's a perspective, and then that there's perception, and then that there's a collective of a perspective and a collective perception?
Yeah, I know exactly. I know everything you mean about it.
Vote is. That's what a vote is, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because we understand that there's going to be some yays and nays, but which one outweighs? Which one is heavier? Is it going to be the feather?
They're using the voting system and all that bullshit that happened as a reason why people shouldn't vote. So I got a and I still have it. I have a voter manual, sorry, and 2 envelopes that I got from my father after he passed away for a dead person to vote with.
Right.
I could have done it twice. Then I got 2 more after that where he could have voted.
I got a whole bunch of them bitches. They sent me like 3 or 4 of them hoes.
Oh yeah, right after my dad died too. I have 4 ways I could have voted. With envelopes too. No postage required, by the way. Yeah. Yep. I saved
that one line.
Huh?
See, Donald Trump was getting help too. They were sending multiple slips to his people too.
Yeah.
But why is he so mad? He's saying they're sending Democrats multiple envelopes. I'm like, bro. That's
my dead father got 4 altogether.
He kind of reached a little bit, but I understand where he's coming from. But all right, when it comes to the collective, like I told you, and about perception and perspective, that's pretty much the same thing that's gonna happen around that later time when you're talking about 2030. There are things because the collective started long ago. When we broadcasted our fucking location into space to aliens. Wait, I'm just trying to tell you what humans did as a collective idiocy, which is just, or idiocracy, or I don't even know what type of words you can use, but they broadcasted information into space, and then You know, before you knew it, we had visitors in the 40s. Yeah, they blast this shit out. Yeah, and then you know, we have invaders in Texas, right? So that's the one fuck up. They're out here reaching out to shit that they don't even know, right? And it's already a small planet. And then now the next collective step was to what? Take down Hitler, or was that first? I don't know. It just seems like everything started with Hitler. But at the end of the day, I guess what I'm trying to say is that there's going to be another collective conscious event that will happen, and it's going to keep happening, and it's all about human. They're going to make it about humans.
I can tell you what the collective is going to be, if you don't already know.
God approves of borders. All right, if he didn't care about borders, the Bible specifically talks about God being okay with borders and being okay with people not fucking with each other like that. He's perfectly fine.
Yeah. Hold on.
People out here talk about no borders in the world.
No, the border was temporary. I'm telling you right now. So I don't know if you remember this. I'm telling you. All right. So the difference between the borders, they wanted to bring in foreigners, right? They wanted to give them. First of all, they wanted to use the foreigners to stir shit up and to fuck everybody up, right? They brought that in with the COVID. The other thing is they fucked the kids' schooling up. They took the kids away from their parents. They made them think that we were idiots. And they fed. Oh God, what is the word, man? I gotta remember that. There was a program that I watched my fellow teachers. Thank God I was friends with one of them. They put them through a summer program. The teachers, and it was not school choice, but it was something else. It was a certain programming, and the teachers had to all learn it. And in my area, 60% of them quit their jobs because they didn't agree with it. It was school choice at first, and then something else right after that. I forget what the fuck it was called. And that's when I pulled my kid out of school, because they were teaching sex education, and they were showing like porn, literally porn. And my daughter brought a poster home with her boyfriend of 2 weeks. They got a B on it. And the fact that he helped her finish over the weekend that poster, she got an A+ on it. And that fucked with me. That's when I knew something was up.
You thought they were fucking?
Yeah, they encouraged the fact that they were using safe sex, and the kids were talking about how they did it. She was 12.
That is kind of fucked up, but
it was very fucked up. And even my kids, like, I can't believe that.
I got sex ed in third grade.
She was mad at me. She was mad at me at the time. She was so pissed off. I took her. She was a fucking star soccer player at the time. I took her out of sports. I took her out of school. Her father fucking hated me because they thought I was like a fucking. I don't even know what he thought. But now they're like, holy shit. Now she has a younger brother. He's like 8. I don't know, a half brother, and they will not put him in school. It was insane. Yep. I've been doing this since 2014 or 2012. Since the towers. I knew something was wrong when the towers fell.
What was the catalyst for all this? Did you have an event, or were you just into
a lot of things happened to me growing up, so I knew there was something wrong already.
You know, there's such thing as, we call it on the internet.
Yeah, I get it.
We call it fear porn. It's when you're watching a bunch of videos where it's scaring the shit out of you, and it's telling you a bunch of fucking conspiracies, and it makes you scared.
Yeah,
we call it fear porn. But I'm telling you right now, Elon Musk combining humans with AI is a fucking genius move. Why?
He's smart.
AI is logical and humans are emotional, and AI is trying to learn the complexity of the human emotion, and the only thing the AI can possibly do is just ensure the safest, like, most logical, like, route for the humans if they need it, and also the worst possible scenarios.
Shut up, gay boy twink.